Well, welcome to Nottingham. I hear it's a bit shooty at times. Yeah, here on the outskirts of Nottingham. It's not 7-Eleven. It's 8-12. Very good. Welcome to Nottingham, people. Oh my God, look at this. It's a travel centre, but I thought it was like a dummy mannequin. It's actually a human being. Fucking hell. You know, this place, this city, granted city status 130 years ago by Queen Victoria. They're very proud of the fact that they're not the city of Ingham, and so they've named it Nottingham. Having recently watched Auditing Britain's video where he got citizens arrested and detained by the security guards of Ilford, I have noticed a pattern, and Auditing Britain's noticed a pattern as well. We're giving a lot of our physical street enforcement jobs, security jobs, to African men. Looking up the hill at the Theatre Royal, and again, you see the signs everywhere of how proud they are that they are not the city of Ingham. And it's, you know, I wouldn't use a negative thing myself, but you can make Nottingham thrive. I mean, F Ingham, invest in Nottingham. Okay, Charlie, the joke's been pushed a bit too far now. Past the city's crackies. The crackies here are generally white. Let's turn the camera around. And the phrase you'll often hear on the internet, mostly in right-wing circles, is that demographics is destiny. So I thought, what's the destiny of Nottingham? And I was like, wow, in the 2021 census, 60% white, 40% minorities. Now, when that gets to 50-50, can you even call one of them minorities when they're overtaking into the majority? You know what? Maybe we should push this further. I mean, maybe Africa is very racist. You know, until every single country in Africa is at least 50% white and Oriental and Indian, I don't think we can stop the diversity, equality and inclusion train. I think the train is going at high speed, and we need to also... Where else? Yeah, India, for example. Until every state in India has at least 20% white people, I think we can call them racist as well. There's an empty crackhead infestation over there. Now, why are most of the crackheads white? Well, one theory is that the white crackheads are the only vulnerable people not allowed to like themselves, and so they end up on the street. I'm only joking, but there's a bit of seriousness in there somewhere. Just before Brexit, Britain's exit from the European Union, the EU, European Regional Development Fund, gave Robin Hoodland and Her Majesty's government at the time loads of money to redevelop this, and they've redeveloped it, and not a single one of them is occupied. They're all abandoned. And across the road here, this is meant to be a busy Halloween morning, weekday, and it's just abandoned, and it gets even worse at the end. It's been smashed up. Hooray for artificial social engineering and city planning with money that wasn't theirs to give in the first place. And amidst all the decay and broken down dreams and bullshit, we have a vision of two Africans selling you Jehovah's Witnessing amidst all the decay. I'm gonna cry now. Okay, well, I did not expect to see a nice flower garden here on October 31st. The most hallowed of Eanes. I think I've stumbled into Central Library Quarter. There's a lot of 1950s brutalism being demolished and effed up. And I was like, oh, they would have put something nice in its place. It looks nice-ish because it's brand new. But give it a decade, and it'll look as shit as any of the 1950s, 1960s modernist brutalism. I promise you. Oh, how quaint. The Canal Museum here on the Nottinghamshire Canal, and it's next to the train station-ish. And how much more industrious were our ancestors compared to us now? Now we're like, oh no, don't make me work. Nottingham railway station giving off Glasgow vibes with the usage, very effective usage of red sandstone. And I want to thank the nice Nicholas Rail Freight for giving me that nice shrieking fingernails on the chalkboard sound that we all know and love. Now what are these? Gas? Is that gas? Are you transporting gas? You can't run away from your own mind, my friend. Get another leg tattoo, that'll cheer you up. Anyway, pretty much opposite the train station. I've got my first government building here of the day, and disturbing to note, it's actually a lot prettier and better built than a lot of the other buildings. I guess that they look after their own, don't they? They gotta make sure everything's looked after when you work for the admin people who now think that they're in charge. Administration turned into authority. Been paying attention, you'll have missed all the big square car ramming of peace barriers all the way down. And then they changed style. Look, they've even put anti-skateboarding things on the car ramming of peace barriers. And then it turns into thick metal. Because, you know, when you're a government worker in a nice big brand spanking new building opposite the train station, you don't want to get jihaded. You know, the general public, it's not your problem, but for yourself, you make sure you're well protected. I'm only having a bit of a go. I know we've got car ramming of peace barriers all over the cities. I was going to have a little wander through, but not allowed. Unity Square. Last time oh, police, oh my god. Last time I heard the word unity, I think I was watching Rick and Morty, season 2, episode 3, when the creature called Unity breaks Rick's heart. And you'll find him in the garage. You will. So, as I drink my overpriced Starbucks latte with an extra shot. Look, they even put your name on it. What's been happening in the news? Well, are we surprised? Axl Rose, lead singer of Guns N' Roses, I'm only joking. Axl, the 17-year-old mass stabber of little girls, mass murderer, and he injured a lot of them. Let's not forget the ones that are, many of them, left with life-changing injuries that will think about that attack every single time they see those scars on their bodies. So Axl, turns out he wasn't a beautiful young underage Welshman with Christian values who was maybe, you know, suffering a mental health episode. Turns out the little shit was a fully fledged lone wolf inspired by ISIS and Al-Qaeda and other Islamist terrorist people. And not only that, not only was he on a murdering spree, he was making ricin, very deadly poison, in his bedroom. So this has been suppressed, it's been kept quiet, you know, a true Soviet style, you know, like when Chernobyl blew. Don't tell the public about Chernobyl RMBK reactor. No, they're only the public, the peasants, they don't deserve to know. And because the government and the police withheld so much information, I truly believe those who withheld the information are partly responsible for the English riots and the civil unrest that we saw in late July and August. Oh, and another thing, the far left government here, many descendants, this is organized nations, black majority nations, descendants of the African slave trade, have demanded reparations to the tunes of hundreds of billions of pounds. And you might be scratching your head because it's not right. And to show you how not right it is, even the far left government, which usually fillets such a thing, usually fillets such a thing, even the far left government said not allowed. Sorry, no billions for you. You're gonna have to work for it like everyone else. We walk towards the magistrate's court and the family and youth court. Bastards that they are. Now, I was looking at this and I was going, is that mint or are those nettles? I was going to grab a leaf and sniff it, but then my fear of being stung kicked in. It's probably nettles. That's not mint, is it? Not mint. See this uniform, rather Chad-like Victorian warehouse here? Late 1800s. Now, you see this glass and metal, plasticky, falling apart, architecturally stunted, hatred of aesthetics, hatred of beauty, ugliness will save the world kind of building. Guess when it was built? 1993. And it shows, doesn't it? What justice, justice. They're obsessed with pretending that your humiliation ritual to, you know, to really push you down and make you suffer is justice. Okay, yeah, you might be noticing I'm a bit bitter, a bit twisted, a bit cynical, a bit jaded by my experiences. But maybe you haven't been. Maybe you've had a great justice experience. Maybe you're super happy after your experience in court. Who knows? Brutalist modernism that makes me want to chop off my own pinot and feed it to the pigs. And architecture where they actually care about how you feel looking at it. Amazing. So I turned to look at this nice traditional, almost Italian little scene here. And of course there's a homeless guy in the doorway. Of course. And then on this corner, for no reason at all, I got Amsterdam vibes. Anyone else feeling it? The digits are wobbling. The digits are wobbling. Colors. Lots of colors. Well, they're a bit more trustworthy here in Nottingham than they are in Manchester. That you would not have a big case of spirits just hanging out. Although I'm sure, yeah, there's people in there. There he is. It's okay. It's monitored. So much Holland or Amsterdam. I'm getting a London vibe here, kind of Victorian London. And just want to show you guys how they're still smashing up the remnants of the brutalist, modernist shit. And this is when it helps to be tall. Can you see anything? I can't. I can't see anything. Bring it down to my height. Whoa! Now, we can criticize Islam, we can criticize Islamism. And that's fine. We can even criticize signs saying, "Hooray, Palestine!" But I bet you, not in a million years would the Muslims sell a mosque to a pub, a chain pub, for it to turn into a picture and piano. I bet you they wouldn't. They'd be like, "Nah, you're all right. It's the house of God. Maybe we should respect it a bit more." But what do I know? Don't even know if I'm a real Christian. I might only be a cultural Christian like Richard Dawkins. What do I know? Absolutely nothing. Oh, Germans. Don't ask them about how the party AFD is doing. Do not ask the Germans how their right-wing party AFD are doing. Anyway, I like it. The colors are great. It comes up well on the Samsung color grading. But ultimately, it's meaningless art designed to do nothing except to basically stimulate your little color receptors. And then seconds later, you're like, I hate my life. Off the main drag, I saw this and I thought my viewers would probably like this. Enjoy. It's called St. Mary's Place. The question is, did St. Mary's know her place? Which is clearly, obviously, in the kitchen. I remember coming here in the summer. And it's quite nice. I mean, even though we've got that milky overcast, you know, ruin the shot because the camera doesn't know what lighting to use kind of sky, even though it's got that. I saw this sign here. It says it'll probably be fine, and it's probably right. It will probably be fine, and it's probably best to hope and pray that it will be. Remember when the government told everyone to stay away from each other, kept you locked down at home, quarantined at home, and then 1 month later put on a 50% off food so that we'd all go out and be together in restaurants? And then a month after that, they're like, actually, could you go back home and not be with each other? It's all so crazy. No wonder we as a species, we're trying to repress and ignore the COVID times. And one day I'll show my grandchildren the videos I made during the COVID era, breaking lockdown rules all day, every day. And the police were like, yeah, carry on, carry on. Amidst all the shite, all of a sudden, a beauty knocks you over with its uniformity and medievalness. I think it's neo-medieval. I think it's an 1800s construction meant to look like something much older, but they've done a great job. Walking along the street admiring some beauty down there, and Mick chimes in and goes, yeah, it is bloody nice, isn't it? And we got chatting and he was telling me that how nice it was in the 60s and 70s. You could park anywhere, have a few beers, people not getting offended. What was it like back then?
It was unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable. Really beautiful, scenic area, nice buildings. Half the buildings are still here. I think it's just a little bit overpopulated now. probably don't know the reason why, but it's just how it is.
But don't you think maybe another 1 million low-skilled foreign people could maybe improve the area?
To some aspect, yes.
And thank you very much, Mick.
Okay.
Lovely chat with Mick there. And the good news is, now there's an Orwellian shot if ever I saw one. Oh, look at that camera. It's like His Majesty's Open Prison Nottingham, free range. I'm wearing my electronic tag, but that's more cameras than a prison yard. I mean, come on now. Come on now. And the prisons are full, so the cameras are not working. Now here's a good one for you guys. The Lion Hotel, obviously an old pub, nice old pub. Look at the green tiles. Look at that nice old pub. Is now a slots experienced by Admiral, the gambling. Here in the UK we call them bookies. Bookies, and obligatory mobility scooter as the man or woman falling apart decides that what he needs is to connect to cash connection, put in his last £30 of his benefits and hope for the best. Love this one. You got here's a good shot for you. So we're looking at Macca's, McDonald's. Nottingham Street Aid, tap to donate £3, and there's literally Schrodinger's corpse right there. And in case this is your first time watching a Charlie Veitch video, Schrodinger's corpse is in Schrodinger's cat. It's both alive and dead, in a superposition of both alive and dead until you check on them. All a bit modernist down there, but then you have a look down King Street and it looks modern, but they've done a good job. 10 points for the architect. You have a Charlie Veitch approved city centre building. Enough stimulation and detail to keep even the most autistic brain occupied for a few seconds. Not rich nor beautiful, well, you too can cope. Just buy some expensive jewellery, get an expensive watch, cope. Make other men respect you because they think that you've got money and status. Cope away, my friends. Established 1845, you too can cope that you're not rich and powerful and famous by buying some overpriced jewellery. Lily Langtree, established 1761, that's pretty old. And then on our left we've got, yeah, modernist. Nonsense. And it is nonsense. Quit your internal dialogue. There are no redeeming features to this type of architecture. None at all. I'm talking about this one. Not so much that neo-Gothic Gotham City bad boy down there, which we should go and have a look at, but like... Impressive Moscow building, Soviet house of Nottingham Trent University. And it has a certain 20th century authoritarian charm, would you agree? But you go across the road to this one, which is, in many people's opinion, much more classical, you know, and beautiful, but it's abandoned. They can't do anything with it. Fully abandoned, run down, and behind the woman with her breasts out, smashy, smashy, vandal, vandal, vandal. Walking through Modernville, modernist Brutalville, and Eon, the answer to Eon is clearly F off. Closed Charlie Torres Veitch, CCTV in operation for the purposes of crime prevention and public safety, yet I film for the purposes of entertainment and shekel making. We're not the same. Soviet town at Nottingham Trent University, and look at this bullshit. Who the hell are Unicompare 2025? What does that even mean? How do they even get the statistics for that? I don't know, I smell bullshit. I smell it, I see it, I feel it. And unlike the Labrador puppy from my friend Oliver in Linlithgow in 1995, my God, I've got repressed memories of a Labrador puppy eating cow shit. It was eating cow shit like no tomorrow. Have you guys ever seen a small dog eating cow shit? I'm traumatized. And for a moment there, I thought I'd reached peak Soviet with that big building. But we passed the, oh, that's such a witty, the liquid library. Oh, guess what you can get in there? So, look at that. I reckon that's the Moscow crisis of 1993. The White House and Boris Yeltsin atop a tank, a T-72 tank, firing shells into that building. Anyone else remember that? Anyone? No? Freemasons Hall. And I saw some interesting symbology there. Look at that. Now, that's a pretty damn good one. Oh, I'm going to get a bit closer. Get a closer look at that. I like that symbology there. Okay, 3 times optical, maybe getting a better view there, but what does it mean, guys? What does that mean? It's main entrance, Newton and Arkwright, it says. And I want to show you the War of the Symbols. There's obviously the mutilation flag. Very bad. Completely discredited now. The culture war around it has been won. And not won by the mutilators, won by those who oppose it. Looking at you, J.K. Rowling, Jordan Peterson, absolute heroes of the culture war. Look at that symbol. And then across the road you've got the symbol of the cross. Which, that in itself is quite profound and interesting. You take the symbol that the people tortured you with and you turn it into the symbol of your religion. Because you know life is suffering and other people, as who was it? Jean-Paul Sartre. Jean-Paul Sartre, before he wrote Being and Nothingness, he was quoted as saying, "L'enfer, c'est les autres." Hell is other people. Sometimes it is. For broadcasting and German. Interesting. Nottingham Trent University. Giving my viewers context. You still love context. They've got their own like security apparatus world in there. What for? Why would you need to run into security 24 hours? Oh, I know, yeah, campuses are a bit rapier, a bit stabbier than they were 30 years ago. You are here.
What do you mean by the Jungian archetype of being here? I'm sorry, the symbolism of the cultural Marxist has ruined any aspect of being here or anywhere.
Okay, that's looking at Shakespeare Villas. And you've got University Hall. And behind me, most impressively of all, the main building of Nottingham Trent University. And they don't build like this anymore because they hate you and they don't think you're worth it. So, look behind me. And then we're going to look ahead again. Now, please don't hurt yourself after looking at that monstrosity. The architects not only designed it, the government not only signed it off and approved it, the workmen were happy to build it, and when they were all done, Nottingham people were like, yeah, it's beautiful, amazing. We're sticking it to the men that caused World War I and World War II. We're sticking it to the traditionalists and the classicists. And look what they've done to my boy, Nottingham. Guess it? Can you guess it? Yes, you can. It's abandoned. Of course it is. Such is the fate of modernist buildings. Look at this shit right here. Look at the state of it. Now what the hell is even that? I mean, it looks shiny when it's new. Again, give it a decade. People will be vomiting on it. Do you guys reckon it's still fun to stay at the Young Men's Christian Association? Is it still fun to stay at the YMCA? Judging by the building, I'd probably say no. Yeah, I think I'd definitely say no. You know, I got your forensics. Look at that. That's how dirty it is in there. It's not even a Halloween costume. That's just how they dress to get to their apartment. And they're going shopping now. Anyway, you guys need a wider angle. There you go. Don't be so negative. Maybe it's not so ugly from up close. You what? Oh, you must be familiar with my channel. Good man. You alright? Please make it stop. Make them stop building them like this. Like, just stop it. Behind the car rammings of peace barriers, Nottingham, like any other city, has patrolling armed police. Because, yeah, I don't even need to repeat it. They're going to do it at some point, aren't they? They get over-emotional. Oh my god. That is some good peace barriers here. Lost my train of thought there, guys. I'm just ranting for the sake of a rant. We pass another one of these beautiful camera areas. Look at that. And we go once more back into the filth. Funny when you pay attention, just the evidence of 40,000 Islamists on the terrorist watch list by the security service, MI5. And it begs the question, why don't we get rid of people who are here for terroristic purposes instead of brutalizing every city with the peace barriers? Why not get rid of the bad people? I just don't get it. JD Sports, you can see Even Nike, the American big company, Nike's doing a very imposing, scary, face in the shadows, I'm about to mug you with a machete kind of advertising. Thanks, Nike, appreciate it. A little bit spicy, thank you. I'm just ordering some falafel, that's Sultan Falafel, Egyptian. And the lady up the hill, she's giving out the not allowed certificates. Look at that. Poor Skoda, man. He's been done. Last time I was in Nottingham, I think I even titled it. You're not. I like the uniform. Sorry, I'm just doing a blog. But you're not a policeman, are you?
No, I know who you are.
You know who I am? Oh God. I have no idea who you are, sir. So you win. He wins, guys. He knows who I am. Civils do these guys actually enforce? If you look behind them, let me try and get the shot lined up right. Well, you got civil, and then you got the trio, the three musketeers, just sat there. But where is he? Where is he? What does he actually enforce? If some people are exempt, I know it's two-tier enforcement. If you look like you can have some shekels removed from you, some money, by way of a fine, they'll enforce upon you. But if you are, well, neo-aristocracy in Soviet Britain, as in if you're a crackhead or homeless or insane or vulnerable or a criminal, then do whatever you like, mate. Do whatever you like. No, so there's literally narcotics guys stumbling around, and this guy here is attacking a hard-working delivery man. Jesus, I hate authority. And how come we've handed over all inner city physical authority to what appears to be mostly only African gentlemen? What's all that about? Why have they chosen Africans? I tend to be filming this rather nice, almost Gaudi-esque Barcelona type thing, and oh, he's got his ticket ready? No. You're not going to ticket him, are you? He's working. Mate, what's all this? He's working. Doesn't work like that, mate. I can film whatever I want in public. You should not be giving this man a ticket. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. He's clearly working. It's not like he's taking, like he's working. The man's working. The man is working and you're ruining it for him. Look at that. Welcome to Soviet Great Britain. Soviet Britain, where you've got weirdos enforcing new laws upon the population.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 4:30. Yeah, it's become a decision here. We're not supposed to be here. Okay, so it's that you come in.
You're not supposed to be here. There's some nice, famous, ironic words from the man on the left.
You think I issue in here? I'll be appealing it.
Remember, mate, you're not supposed to be here, as the man says. Yeah. Sir, are you supposed to be here? Are you supposed to be here, sir? How does that make you feel? Thank you for knowing my channel. Yeah, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Good on you. But I hope you can appeal it and not have to pay it. And...
I won't pay it anyway. The boss will.
Okay. Nice one. All the best. See you. Again, I hate to be Mr. Repetitive Man, but these are working men. These are working men that you're ruining here. Damn! How wrong I was. I thought my presence there, maybe I'd spooked our authoritarian friend, but I've not. He was just getting more evidence round the back before he delivers the money shot of the not allowed certificate. Nottingham should be renamed Notting Allowed. And there he goes. Hope he's proud. Another working man find. I'm hiding behind a little thing to observe the humanity of outer McDonaldia, not outer Mongolia, outer McDonaldia. And yeah, Nottingham has maybe, I'd say even maybe a higher per capita rate of crackhead than Manchester. Welcome to the New Foresters, the pride of Nottingham. And I thought I'd come up to this building to see what it was. It's probably the most ugly building I've seen in 44 years of life on this beautiful planet. And get this, it's residential apartment blocks above a shopping mall called the Victoria Centre. You go in, you can go shopping, and then there's lifts, or elevators if you prefer. You get in the lift, and there's a strange, you know, arboreal subspecies of humans living up there. The air's different up there, there's more radiation up there. And maybe if we zoom in, we could see one of them. Wait, hold on. No. And it's not just Soviet boy here, and it is massive. It's not just him, there's a whole row of them. That even goes behind. It's just... what were they thinking? They were thinking, we want to inspire the population here with nice architecture. Ah, good vantage point. You get a better view of what I mean by the massive residential nonsense above the Victoria Centre. Next! That's the Palais. Now, that's the Daily Globe from Superman or Spider-Man, I forget. And there's a vehicle down there with flashing blue lights. That's like shiny. Hello! Hey! Good man. Shiny, shiny to the magpie. Wait a minute, he's just switched off the lights. God damn it! Is that even a working police van? Looks a bit grotty to me. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe. Lovely apartment block, and then you go and spoil it all by showing that you are unable to reason about abstract ideals. There. Well, that's a slightly interesting view. Let's frame it. Oh, what do you guys think? Good use of brick with a church in the background, or not? Cleaver and Wake, and then the pub to the bottom left is Blink's Yard. Out guys, COVID lockdowns is now an amusement park Halloween thing. Outbreak with the biohazard symbol. Chinese cough and sneeze. And look at the guy they've got here. It looks like he's gonna mug you and then sell you a 20 bag at the same time. Come far out, man, totally far out. I'm no longer in the city centre here of NOTTALLOWEDINGHam, but I had to do it. I had to come and show you guys this abandonment here. I had to show you this view here. It's like, oh come on Charlie, there you go. Put some sparkling lights on it, makes it look great. Look at that. And we come along the side of it, and it's an old Victorian something. And we might not have ancient Rome or the Colosseum, but we have all the Catholic abbeys that King Henry VIII smashed up, and we have all the kind of collapsing now Victorian buildings. And what are they doing in the field? Let's try and find out, shall we? I better not drop my phone because I won't retrieve it behind this fence. Are they looking at me? I can't tell. What are they doing? I'll have to review this and look at it with my glasses on. I'm going to try and recreate a recent general election campaign poster that went viral. I'm Ahmed Yaqub. Lend your vote to Gaza. Don't vote for those stupid heathens and heretics and infidels. Who cares about my policies? You don't really believe in democracy, do you? This is England. They're supporting the Israelis. Give me your vote, or you're a bad Muslim. Vote for Ahmed Yaqub. Give your vote to Gaza. It's now a Virgin Active health club, but it was just a minor train station in the Victorian day, and look at the effort they put into a simple train station. Welcome to the Capital One headquarters. Capital One being a credit card company, you may have heard of it. Capital One, let me show you the logo in case you're confused. You're like, oh yeah, Capital One, yeah. Anyway, they are celebrating, proudly celebrating Black History Month. Now, if I were a thoughtful and sensitive and intelligent black man, I would be offended by the existence of Black History Month. I would feel patronized and I would feel condescended to. But what do I know? I forgot to film the hashtag reclaiming narratives. What a nice, empty, meaningless slogan they've given us there, eh, Capital One? The Capital One buildings were built in December 1952, and it replaces a group of buildings destroyed by the Nazis on the night of May the 8th, 1941. God damn those Nazis. Anyway, the following employees of Boots Pure Drug Company passed away: William, Derek, Eric, and Harold. Thank you for your sacrifice, guys. Don't do it, Charlie. Just leave them alone. Stop it. You're not McCarthy. You don't need to hunt for communists and far leftists in every government. Just leave it. Well, I'm outside Loxley House, the HQ of Nottingham City Council, and I wasn't ready for a blind man with a walking stick to be hovering outside with all his worldly possessions, some of them in a plastic laundry tub. I wasn't ready for that, guys. This isn't Dickensian London. This is meant to be modern Soviet socialist Britain. I couldn't help it, guys. I had to come into the government building and have a look. T-minus 10 seconds before I get shouted at by some aggressive... I think we'd know what continent they are from before they got... But, the way our admin people turn into our authority people, it's automatic. They just, you know, they think that because we pay a centralized organization tax, so it's our money, they think they can tell us how to act. Look at the colors on this tree. Vermont? Nah. New Hampshire? Nah. Boring. Pennsylvania? Nah. What you want is city centre Nottingham. That's your true fall colors. So directly opposite Robert of Loxley. No, is it? Robin of Loxley. Loxley House. It's Robin of Loxley. Robin Hood. I get it. So I look over here. The gentleman goes, "What are you here for?" I said, "No, I'm not getting a train, but look, it says Nottingham on the platform over there." So this must be Newcastle train station. The English are obsessed with the idea of a football trophy coming home. It's not come home since 1966. And why does it look like a drunken Adolf Hitler celebrating there? Why would you do that? Okay, Adolf Hitler or Charlie Chaplin. One of the two. Trying to capture some of the wildlife. And after Loxley House, you've got a Maid Marian Way car park. Could they have chosen an uglier building to put Maid Marian on? No, they couldn't. We're at the foot of Nottingham Castle. It's been rebuilt many times. It's not the original old medieval castle that you know and love. It's some Baroque 18th century thing. But at the foot of it, it's a great name. Ye Olde Trip to Jerusalem. Ye Olde Trip to Jerusalem. And why is it interesting? Well, obviously, your Crusaders, all the heroes from 1,000 years ago or so, before they went on their long journey to Jerusalem to reclaim and rescue the Holy Land from the Asian, or no, not so much, Middle Eastern forces of hordes and, you know, things that took over Jerusalem that were not meant to take over Jerusalem. Okay, the Muslims. Before you went, look at that, a pub from 1189 AD. Before you went, you'd wet your whistle here at the oldest inn in England. I'll have a quick look inside if we can, and see what they're saying. Look at all that. My goodness. Even Lord Byron liked to drink here, and he was a proper piss artist. Almost as bad a piss artist as the Earl of Rochester. Yeah, very nice. Bloody hell. Yep, I believe it. I believe it, guys. Proud to announce that in this incredible old Crusader pub, I've just had my most cinematic poo. And it was a clean wiper, so very happy, very good poo. So, Robin Hood, everyone. Castle walls, everyone. But they've turned it into a memorial for Liam Payne, the boy band member from One Direction. I just wanted to film the Robin Hood statue. I mean, yeah, his final direction was down. Amidst all the horrors and crackies and Notting-Allowdingtons, we have baby Ralph being held by a goth. And as the song goes, everyone needs a bosom for a pillow. Laura, I like your pigtails. You guys ready for 2 bongs? Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh. It doesn't bong. It did, I missed it, guys. It took a while. And I only caught the fag end of the second bong. Shit work, Charlie. Bad camera work. I do like the cafe culture that Nottingham has, even at the end of October. But I just wanted to show my viewers the amount of skid marks upon the propaganda mutilation flag. Guess I might not be the only one who is philosophically against it. Maybe. Funnily enough, the skid marks don't end. They carry on. Check this out. They're filming something up ahead. Oh, they were a second ago. They're getting some shots in. Let's see what they're all learning or doing. Outside the People's Hall of 1854. I think I've almost had enough. I've had enough of media types. I've had enough of filming. I think they must be doing some sort of film school type stuff. Film school?
Yeah.
Cool, I'm just a YouTuber, ignore me.
Wait, can I say hi to the vlog?
Yeah, say hi.
Hi vlog.
And could you say hi, my name is, your first name, and then you're watching the Charlie Veach show.
Hi, my name's Hafsa, and I'm watching the Charlie Veach show.
Thank you, Hafsa, I appreciate that. Have you seen my channel?
I have. I recognise you from somewhere.
Just a YouTube, yeah. But good luck with all your, as you can tell, I'm a fan of capturing the photons on the machine. Oh, look at this. So good luck, and I hope you make lots of money in the film industry.
Thank you very much.